This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so ESTG. We talked about this yesterday. He walked out on Bootleg Kev's podcast because he was talking about football. ESTG has a whole football reel online, but he didn't want to talk about football. You know why? Because he feels like it takes away from his street credibility because he went to college and he's ashamed. There's nothing wrong with Bootleg Kev doing his research and asking some questions. He was interested about it. But yet, ESTG was so emotionally soft. And I'm not saying that he doesn't fight, throw hands, or whatever. Emotionally soft that he had to walk out of the interview. Very sad, man. You know, it's like he didn't have a backbone enough to just stay there and just talk about it and move on from that. So you're like, oh yeah, after college, football, you know, I got into the streets or whatever. I don't know, whatever he wants to say, you know? But like, yeah, he does have beef where he's from and all that other stuff. So, you know, he's street, but like, he's emotionally tender. Maybe that's why he quit football. Somebody said something to him. He said, I quit. Be a rapper. I like his music too. It's just like, dude, when people do corny stuff, it's like, dude, you can't not call it out, you know? People call out when I do something corny, so, you know, why not call out everybody else? Lil Yachty and the Bobby Altoff. Okay, so she did a full interview with Barstool Sports with Dave Portnoy, and he was interested and everything. Her stories aren't adding up. First of all, she trashed Lil Yachty like, oh, he's so awkward to work with, and this and that. He did an interview with you. He did you a favor to do that interview. Respect the interview. It's not like it was a great interview. You weren't asking anything we didn't know or anything. It was supposed to be funny. It's not that funny. She finally gave Zach Galifianakis his credit for Between Two Ferns, and, you know, Funny Marco used that style, and then she claimed she never saw Funny Marco before she interviewed him. Like, I didn't even know who he was. BS. That's where you got your whole style from. You didn't even know who Zach Galifianakis was, probably, as far as like doing the Between Two Ferns. And then you saw Funny Marco doing that style and you copied it, and you kept that awkward style because he's been out since the beginning of the shutdown, and that's where she definitely got her style from. And, you know, kudos to Funny Marco for not calling it out or anything. He's being you know, more mature about it. But, you know, then she says that she still sticks to this story that she just DM'd Drake out of nowhere, and he said yes. You know how many DMs Drake gets? Drake is the most popular artist in the game. You think you saw Bobby Altoff's DM? She says, oh, then right that night, Drake's represented by WME, and they called me, and I signed right away. Like, everything happens perfectly with this girl. Like, if you ask her about any interview, she just DM the person. They said yes, cool. You know, like, no hardships. This was super easy for her. It's very weird how she just is telling this lie. Like, you were signed to a huge agency called William Morris. They represent pretty much everybody, and they're calling favors to get your podcast going. There's nothing wrong with it. You are a plant. They're fighting that narrative. You are a plant. It is what it is. Some people were chosen. You were chosen. Be happy about it. Say they're being great, helping me get more interviews and bringing you more content, da-da-da-da-da. That's all you got to say. 50 Cent reacts to a kid getting a VIP tickets to a 50 Cent concert. Kid's 5, 7, 8. It's awesome, bro. Like, look, good music just prevails. He's so happy his dad got him the tickets, and then he dressed like 50 Cent at the event. That's timeless music, man. You know? You don't see this happening for Ja Rule. No, I'm just joking. I had to throw that in there. Then we got 1090 Jake telling academics that Young Thug's probably living like a king in jail, which is probably true. He probably gave him his own dorm so he doesn't get in mixed with other people and send messages and all that. So, you know, he's got space. It's not really a king. Academics said, you don't think he's shadow boxing with the roaches? He said, you don't think he's shadow boxing with the roaches in there? That was hilarious. KeKe Palmer really messed up, and so did her boyfriend. They should have been bigger people. They have a kid. They should be mature enough to handle this. The whole Usher thing. She's doubling down. He's doubling down. They broke up. They said, "Well, we can still live in separate households and raise a kid." But why? Why'd you guys break up? Because KeKe Palmer wanted to act like she's single at the Usher concert with the way she was dressed and everything. And he called it out publicly because he felt disrespected publicly. They were both in the wrong. They should have been able to work that out. They're going to both regret this later and end up back together because people are trash out here anyways. But is she trying to live her best life all of a sudden? Like, come on, stop. YNW Melly, they put a petition in for a bond hearing at the end of this month. He's not getting out of the bond, bro. Come on. Let's stop. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.